you sure you were broken? Are you sure you were open? Are you sure you were broken? Are you sure you were open? It's the best podcast you've ever heard. If it's not the best, then it's surely the third in a very niche genre of two guys with a microphone. Are you sure you were broken? Are you sure you were open? Are you sure you were broken? Are you sure you were open for a podcast?
Welcome to I Assure You We're Broken, the podcast.
Today we have a special guest with us. Two special guests. Not that there's two special, but there are two of them.
It's two special guests that are too special.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
You guys are too special. And
The
there's two of you.
specialist.
And there's
And as you can tell, we're coming at this with all the energy that we've had pent up since we took a break. So we're ready to go, man. Ash is going to tell us a story today about bad guys and murder. Mm-hmm. And I've never heard this. And hopefully I'm going to make fun of it, or Ash is just going to educate us, and then we're going to...
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been holding this one in. I've like re-listened to it a whole bunch, and I'm like, ugh, it gets me every time.
We're those
I
basic murder mystery bitches.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can do everything murder mystery, but if it has kids in it, don't
no.
invite me.
not a fan of those. I've listened to a couple, but they make me way too sad.
Oh yeah,
and angry.
it makes my heart hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
Well, I didn't know if you guys were going to talk about.
those fucking kids ruin everything.
I didn't know if you guys want to talk
dude.
about something else first, or do we just jump right into it?
Let's just jump right into it.
Jump right
Whose
into
Do it.
catchphrase is that? Is that
Do it.
Let's do it, but
What's
not
it?
sex.
Philly D or whatever? Let's just jump right into it. No? Nobody knows Philly D?
I know Megan D.
Does the
Megan Thee
does
Stallion.
the YouTube...
I'm trying to convert him into liking her.
Convert me.
Yeah, because her new song, one of her new songs, it's the SmackDown intro song now, because they switched over to whatever Netflix, whatever.
They switched over to USA.
Okay,
you
whatever.
nerd.
But so
Raw
like her.
goes to Netflix in January 2025. Apparently, we're starting the podcast talking about wrestling. So,
No, I'm talking about
this is
Megan.
Brandon's
Derail
favorite
this
topic for
whole
the
thing.
podcast, by the way, because he's like, if anything's gonna like pull the audience out, it's just Zach rants about wrestling for an hour.
No, I was
Look
just
what
talking
you've
about
done.
Megan. Then her song's the intro, and then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about wrestling." All right, so
Yeah. All right.
All right, so my story. All right, so I listened to the podcast Morbid. So she got the story. Her name's Elena. She got the story from a book called On the House by Simon Reed. So I'm taking no credit for all this information. Just letting you know, no credit is by me. Okay. So the story is about Michael Malloy. He had a bunch of nicknames like Mike the Durable. I think one was like the Iron Man.
He gave himself those nicknames. Yeah, they call me Mike the Durable. Just go and hit
Well,
me.
I just thought it was funny. We were just talking about Lord of the Rings, and then it's like Mike the Durable.
It's a D-ass nickname.
Yeah.
So he was an Irishman from Ireland, of course. He moved to New York.
Sorry, go on.
She's making sure you know.
Yeah, just so you're aware, he's from Ireland.
He's a first generation immigrant.
Yeah. I guess he could be an American Irishman.
True.
He was born in 1873, but they're not really sure how old he was because of what happened. There was like multiple fake certificates, like birth certificates and death certificates. So he died in 1933, but maybe. But so anyways, before he moved to New York, he was a fireman, and then I think something might have happened where he just started drinking. Like maybe something bad happened. He became a super like full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I'm a fireman.
I mean, I'm sure that job would definitely cause some PTSD and stuff. Seeing burnt bodies.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah.
So when he moved to New York, he was kind of a drifter, doing like odd jobs, like, this is 1930s around this time, so just alley jobs, like cleaning up the alley or sweeping the streets, kind of thing, maybe. Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
No.
Sounds like a real job to me.
But any money he made, it went straight to alcohol. So, okay, so there's some backstory about him. We're gonna talk about the 4 assholes in this whole scheme. We got Anthony Tony Marino, Francis Pasqua, and Daniel Kreisberg. I'll tell you about the other guy soon.
Tony Pepperoni, Francis the Pantsis, and who was the last guy?
Daniel
Chrysler.
Kreisberg. It's a crybaby. Basically, that's what
Christian
he is.
Bale.
Bert Kreischer.
Daniel. They're all terrible. So we're going to start with Tony first. Tony Marino. He's 27. He owned a speakeasy. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Basically like a hangout bar, kind of like, ooh, right?
Well, aren't they like for about the prohibition or whatever?
It was like, this was like also prohibition times.
Yeah, it's
so.
a secret bar.
Yeah, so it was in the Bronx, so it
you
wasn't.
got to speak easy about it.
Yeah, so it was in the Bronx, so it's Tony's disgusting. Anyways, the building was disgusting. It was like this little corner shop, and oh my god, they had a bathroom in it, only separated with a curtain, so everyone can hear your business, or you just open up and like, oh hey, how you doing? Oh, you're in the bathroom, all right. I hate talking about him. He's disgusting because he had a lot of diseases down there, you know what I'm saying? Which is not horrible, but he did not take care of himself, and he did not tell his partners that what was going on down there, you know what I'm saying?
He's a nasty man.
He's a nasty motherfucker. It was disgusting. He describes himself as always having a case of the clap or blue balls.
I guess I didn't realize.
They tend,
Blue
to,
balls was an STD.
they tend to go hand in hand, I find.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so he was
Either I
married.
was fucking or I wasn't.
He was married, not happily, and he never told her what was going on down there. And she only found out because she got pregnant, and so she had to go to the doctor. And so she caught whatever he had, and so she's like, hold up, wait a minute. So she went to him, and she's like, hey, you need to take care of yourself. And he's like, I'm fine. He was also abusive, and he was a miserable piece of shit. So he got that going for us. There were times he would threaten to turn on the gas stove and blow up the apartment with her and the baby in it. Cops were called when he went running outside with an axe one day, because he also had a lot of like brain trauma, because when he was younger he did like fall down the stairs, and they said his family, when they interviewed his family, they said his persona completely changed. He became more violent, because that's what happens in a lot of these stories. Like these killers, they get at a young age, they just like get fucked up in the head, or they fall, or
Yeah,
some
I
traumatic
heard or watched part of a documentary. It was about like basically boxers and stuff. How there was like one a couple of years ago that like killed his family, but it was after he had been like, they think
hit
that it
so
was
much.
like based off him getting hit in the head so much. It was, what's it called?
Chris Benoit.
was a
Chris Benoit,
wrestler.
very similar. He was a wrestler, and because of all of the, it is called
It starts with a TD. It's like a letters, right? Like a
CTE.
maybe
Something.
I don't know.
Brandon, brain head trauma causing, is it CTE?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon's paying really close attention to this.
Concussive traumatic encephalopathy.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, dude. Thank you. So speaking about wrestling, Chris Benoit had a bunch of head trauma and ended up
It
killing.
might have been him that I was thinking of.
He killed his family.
He did. Cool.
And then he Googled how to kill himself like painlessly.
Cool.
Nice.
And then he used a weight machine to break
hang
his own
himself.
neck.
But I think they did like, you can only do it after they're dead, the scan or whatever, to see if they had the
Yeah.
Certain-
specific trauma or whatever.
Yeah, you need a brain biopsy, which they can only do whenever you're dead.
You.
He had the brain of like an 80-year-old dementia patient or something.
Damn.
So, could be.
Yeah. So after he got hurt when he was younger, he would make his siblings steal shit, and if they didn't listen to him, he'd beat the fuck out of them.
It's good to know what able-bodied 80-year-old dementia patients would be doing if they were able-bodied.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Murdering everybody.
Yeah, apparently.
They do fucked up things like
Oh, yeah, they
pull
can be
their
very
pull their
violent.
IV out and stab the nurses and shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they don't have a lot of power, so, they're easy to restrain.
Well, in some cases, but then in other cases, they just get that retard strength, and you can bleep that out if you want. But
It's up to you. Do you want me to bleep it?
no, I think that the description's really funny. So,
Yeah.
but that's a thing, you get that unfiltered chimpanzee strength because like they don't have any. There's no.
Are you saying that chimpanzees are retarded?
Yes, if they could, they would just masturbate all day
Why can't they?
because they got shit to do.
Oh,
I was going to say,
are you talking about me?
what's stopping them? I don't know.
Anyways, what are we
Anyways,
doing here?
okay, so you good?
I'm just saying, like a
I'm
chimp could rip your
speaking.
arms off. If they wanted to. Like, they just don't have any blockers to make their muscles go too much. Sorry, go on.
Okay. So he, to our surprise, he wasn't able to keep a job, and he didn't graduate school. So, can tell you he's a very educated person. So this was his second speakeasy opened. His first one, he found just like a random partner to open another speakeasy with. I don't think the partner really knew or talked to him that well. Because he was immediately disgusted by Tony after they opened it. And then that guy quit. Like, he's like, okay, I'm out. You're disgusting. So that first one immediately went under because he can't do anything by himself, apparently. But then he opened the current one in 1931. So around this time, his wife decides to leave him because that's when she was like, you need help. So she took her baby and she left somewhere. I think lived with her mom or something.
Well, that's good. I know it's hard to get away from those situations, but man, you hear some of these stories and you're just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And like
You're
she
like-
wanted to like stay married with him. She wanted to work it out with him, but he's like, nah, we're good. And the guy had syphilis, so she wanted to help him, but he didn't want to. So the doctor did say like he had everything, and he needed some psychological treatment. And he was like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. So Marino, that was his wife's last straw. So she did want a divorce because he was basically like, I'm fine. A little while later, after his wife left, he did meet at the speakeasy a pretty lady named Miss Maybell. She was a heavy drinker also because she fell on hard times. She actually came from a very prominent family. But she fell in love with someone under their status. So she moved away, but then they got a divorce. So she came back, but her family didn't want anything to do with her. Because this was like the 30s. Like they're very like, you gotta be in line as a woman. You know. So she became a heavy drinker. She caught his attention, sadly, and he invites her to stay at his place. That was still under him and his ex-wife. Is gross.
Maybe it's murder. Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm sorry.
Possibly.
I mean,
It could just be horrible abuse. You never know.
That's an interesting mixer. I don't know. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Ooh.
You okay? Are you okay there, Brandon?
Sparkling strawberry water and
Just a bunch of whiskey.
a bunch of whiskey. Yeah. Stedman's Select.
Yeah, you know those whiskey seltzers.
Non-sponsored. Stedman's Select.
It could be a sponsor. You never know.
Currently not, though. Future, maybe.
Okay, we're going to fast forward a little bit. The 1932, the police were called to his house, and they found Maybelle dead.
Dude, I was right.
called
I
it!
fucking called it.
I know, that
Hang
was like
on,
perfect.
people die sometimes.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's Maybelle. Maybe she's fine.
So Marino told the police he got home and he thought she was just asleep. Medical examiners said that she had
She wasn't asleep. She was
bronchial pneumonia and a bacterial infection. They also found several bruises that were covered with flesh powder, is what they used to call it back then. Flesh powder.
Goodness. Could you imagine?
Let me go put on my flesh
Stem
powder. I'll
cell
be right
research
back.
has come a long way.
She was abused. They found bruises that were in several different stages of healing. A black eye. And what's weird was Marino was the beneficiary of a $2,000 life insurance policy.
Wow, that's like $10 million today.
They were only a fling. They weren't serious or anything, right? Yeah, right. Okay. Later out, when he gets caught and everything, investigators found out she was force-fed alcohol.
Spoilers.
She was force-fed alcohol. She was too weak to stop him or even get up, so she literally couldn't do anything against him. He poured ice water on the bed she was laying in and moved the bed to an open window. And this was like in
so
March.
he made her sick and all that.
Yeah,
and then...
so an open window. He wrapped her in a cold blanket sheet and just left her. And that's when he left.
That's my nightmare.
Yeah. So he did get away.
Cold. That would be horrific.
He did get away with that for a while. So he did get that that policy.
Okay, but let's give benefit of the doubt and play devil's advocate. Maybe she was into sleeping in wet bed sheets.
I was just doing what she asked me to do. Jeez.
Officer, I thought she was sleeping. No, she was a very hot sleeper. She liked to stay cool. This is back when they still thought the night air killed you.
Yeah.
Don't sleep. The night air. If you let the night air in the window, it'll kill you because it's different than the day air. It switches out. There's a shift, and God puts in the different air.
There you go. So you're a man of science, I see.
All right, so and then we're gonna go back to the speakeasy. He did have a lot of customers because it's Prohibition time. People want to get their alcohol in, right? Yeah. He did
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
Skippy Carl.
He did have a bartender, kind of.
Easy.
And
Johnny 2 times.
the bartender, he's not really the bartender. He kind of just poured the drinks, and Marino.
It's called a bartender.
No, Marino was just like, here's $1 for the day because you poured drinks for everyone. And that guy is the fourth guy that I told you about. His name.
Jamie, can we pull that up? What's it called when a guy works at a bar and pours drinks?
The guy was called Joseph Red Murphy.
Oh,
bitch.
Man, that's really close to your name.
I would be. I'm like the guy that doesn't
ancestry.
like confrontation, so I would totally get roped into working with a fucking psycho. And he's like, pour the drinks. I'm like, all right. So cool. Yeah, man, we're having a great time.
Here's $1.
Oh, thanks, man.
Sweet.
Thanks. Hey, so I'm going to go home. You'll go home in 6 hours. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can probably,
Hang out
a
for
couple
6
more hours I could probably do, and then I got to go, yeah.
No, this guy didn't get to go home. He just slept on the couch. He basically lived there. It was disgusting.
Oh, okay.
So
Real.
that's that guy. Not much. He's not that important, but he kind of is. Now we're going to talk about Frank Pasqua. That's fun to say. Pasqua. Pasqua.
Frank Pasqua like to drink La Croix?
Pedro Pascal
Pasqua.
endorsing Corona.
Beer?
Yeah. No, virus.
Okay, so this guy, he was 24, which is like kind of blows my mind. Like these people are in their 20s, but this was also the 30s, so you kind of had to
life
grow up.
expectancy was like 40.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. This guy, he was happily married with a 4-year-old boy. He worked with Marino. Weirdly, their relationship is weird. Pasqua, he owned a burial service, so he was the undertaker in the town, which was creepy.
I was gonna say, it can't be that normal then.
Fun fact, Pasqua had hired Michael Malloy for some odd jobs, and he let him sleep in the mortuary sometimes because Michael didn't have anywhere to stay. He all his money went to alcohol, so and that's all he would go. He'd work for him and then just go to the speakeasy and then go find work again for more money, then go back to the speakeasy.
Yeah, and if he didn't do exactly as he said, he'd hit him with a tombstone pile driver. And,
It took me a minute.
and then give him the crucifix pin.
I was like, Undertaker.
And he says, "Rest in peace."
See, I knew you'd like this because there's some references. Yeah.
Does he have a brother named Kane? The big red machine. There better be a part in the story where he choke slams somebody.
Definitely, that's later on.
Unfortunately, it's a small child. And you never...
You good?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Any more?
No.
So the three of them, they all became acquaintances. Michael would drink anything and everything, like every single day. Like he never left drunk. Like he never like stumbled out of there. He was just like, "Hey, I'll be back in a minute. Let me go make some money real quick," which was weird. The bar, this is just like a little fact, the side fact, the bar would serve sardine sandwiches and he fucking loved those. Like,
So he had bad breath.
Yeah, there's something about
alcohol and sardines.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol or
delicious.
Asian ancestry is coming out.
listen. I think I can justify a sardine sandwich.
Can you?
Yeah, like even on regular bread. Let's say it's a thicker bread. You butter that bread a little bit, even if it's not toasted, and then you throw some sardines on there. You got the fish, you got the salt, you got the sweetness of the bread. I think there's something there.
I'm not a hater of sardines. I
think
don't mind them.
And then modern day technology, called toasters. I think we can make.
I don't know if I'd like do a whole sandwich out of it, but
I'd try it, like a sardine sandwich. I think you.
Well, this is remember, this is the 30s. They didn't have.
I don't know why you're making that face.
fun
You eat
shit.
oysters.
Frank's.
Yeah, but sardines are gross. They have bones on them.
Hear me out.
Oh, no.
What if we just did? We'll do toast, butter, sardines,
Provolone cheese.
provolone cheese, maybe some Frank's Red Hot sauce.
They didn't have
Yeah,
hot
but
sauce
then you're
back
really
then,
just
babe.
smothering the
No.
fish
The
flavor
flavors will
with the-
complement each other. It's like I eat tuna with hot sauce. It's delicious, and it's not just because of the hot sauce. The tuna and the hot sauce really come together.
I would trade you the Franks for Cholula.
Okay, Cholula's very good too. You can maybe do some tapatio,
Tapatio.
little tapatio.
Oh, then we could do queso instead. But that's a little
That-
thinking mushy
it's-
sardines.
it's
pepper
weird.
jack?
That's getting weird.
Yeah, provolone was the right choice.
Well, hear me out. Though maybe the sardine sandwiches had a little bit of marinara sauce, a little bit of mozzarella and pepperoni on it, and then sardines.
They put it in like a panini press.
Well, then it was just like
Fancying it up.
it was like no, it's a pizza, but we didn't make the dough. We just used bread. You never had pizza bread?
Yeah.
My brother used to make me pizza bread,
yeah.
but he wouldn't toast it. He would just put it in the microwave, so it was good, but it was
a little
soggy.
soggy, yeah.
It was just wet, so you had to eat it with like a fork.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, I'm like, what a fucking lazy dude. He could have either toasted it in the oven or a toaster,
Yeah.
and just like really taken it up to that next level. But it's just like No, it's kids taking care of kids, man. You know.
Well, that got sad.
Here, eat this.
It's the best I can do.
We're
of
making
sad.
sardine sandwiches. That's all I'm saying,
fucking
dude. We're
not
going to
here.
the store. We're gonna sign up. We're do the free trial at Walmart where they deliver shit for free just
I
for
already
sardines.
used the free trial.
Well, I have an email too.
But you
Free-
can't. You have to download the app. Babe.
I'll download it.
You don't have room on your phone.
I'll delete everything on my phone to get sardines here. We're doing sardine sandwiches.
Only if we film it.
Yeah.
Look, if the how
yeah,
about
yeah.
this? If Yenny eats the sardine, then I can try it. But if Yenny doesn't eat the sardines, then
Oh,
I'm not
Yenny will
very-
eat the sardines.
I was gonna say.
Yenny will eat the sardines.
It's
I don't know. I've
Yenny's
seen
gonna eat
some
the
cats where they're like,
sardines.
ooh.
It's just
If she
it's,
gags, then I'm not gonna do it.
it's a little bit of fish flavor and a lot of salt.
I'm good.
I think
Which is the
you
opposite of
eat
my
tuna.
philosophy
She
with Becca.
eats tuna.
That's it. That's all I eat is tuna.
It's like salty tuna.
I don't want it.
You get salt on your tuna sandwiches. Continue your fucking story, because now this is just fucking pissing me off, dude.
Go ahead.
Anyways, so we're back to Pasquale. Since being the Undertaker, he dealt with a lot of the, insurance companies.
I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna stop saying Undertaker.
he dealt with a lot of the world
under.
champions. He dealt with a lot of the body slams
Fucking
in the
people
town.
always trying to RKO him.
He dealt with the insurance companies. So and
They had
then,
insurance back then?
they did.
God damn.
They did. I know.
Those bastards.
And then they found out he was doing a lot of shady dealings to get the payouts. Like he would get the payouts instead of he charged for different completely unrelated issues with the bodies. So and then he would bury them so no one had the proof. So he's like, oh, I'm getting away with it.
Yeah, it's back whenever the complete the whole what do you call it when you're preparing the body?
Autopsy.
Whenever you pump them full of the
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde
when you
and
pump them
gluconide or
full of the
whatever.
shit. What's that called?
Well, I know it's
Preparing
a
the body?
mortician's job. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's back when preparing the body and burying them cost like $20. So
So that was happening. So then Marino and Pasquale would talk about this shadiness, but they would speak in front of everyone in Italian. Oh, I'm like, I would not know how to speak Italian.
A beep a bop a whoopie.
So literally they're making
A Tony pepperoni beep a bop a whoopie.
How many minorities can we offend?
so they would make these shady ass plans in front of everyone, but no one fucking knew what they were saying because they were like, oh, okay, anyways.
These guys are fun.
Embalming?
Yes, thank
There
you.
it is, embalming.
Embalm me, daddy.
Balm me. It's gonna balm me in here.
Sorry.
So here's a fun extra side note. Guess who was the one to get Marino the insurance policy for Miss Maybell?
Vince McMahon.
Close. His name was Pasquale.
That's fine.
That's quite.
So around this time, Marino isn't doing great because all the money he got from Maybell, he didn't put it towards his business.
Dan Marino, famous football star from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yes. Yes. How did you know?
I'm so confused by all the names. And that
Yes.
doesn't help that we just name him something else. Oh yes, the Undertaker.
Go on, this is fun.
You good? All right. So they're talking in Italian, right? This is where the third person comes in, Daniel Kreisberg, but he's kind of a crybaby.
No, not with that name.
He was 29. I kind of feel bad about this guy, but not really, because he got into this thinking he wanted to help his family. He wanted the best for his family because he had 3 kids. And everyone said he was a loving husband, a good father, but he worked as a grocer, so money wasn't great. And in the end, he was like, I just took the wrong path. I should have done something different. But he did this instead. He got into it with these fuckers.
Desperate people.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it.
Did you say that with
Better.
an Italian accent on purpose or on accident?
Was that a time?
Desperate the people.
Let's go.
Okay, so the three of them are talking, and they say, insurance, hey, we can get some money, right? It pays out a lot. So let's kill someone.
Fraud.
Yeah. So they look around and they spot, of course, Mr. Michael Malloy. Their thought process was, he's from Ireland. No one really knows who he is. Easy peasy kill, right? Oh my God. We'll just get him super drunk and no one will notice. He died in the bar. Overdrank himself. What do you call that? Jesus Christ.
Alcohol poisoning?
Yes. There we go. Alcohol poisoning. That's what he got. That's what they're
Sounds
thinking.
like we call that a good time where I'm from. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yes.
Too much of a good thing is a good thing, you know?
All right.
We'll see. We'll see.
So around, what's the time? July 29th, 1932 is when this all starts. Pasquale goes up to Malloy. He's like, hey, since you work for me, anything can happen, right? So let's go get you some insurance. And Malloy goes like, all right. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, sure.
You're paying for it?
Whatever,
Cool.
yeah. So they're like, they go to, what do they call it? Insurance brokers? I don't know. They go to the companies, and Pasquale goes up to the worker, and he's like, hey, this guy works for me. I want to get him some insurance, blah, 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 blah. And the worker, he's already suspicious, and he's like, okay, Mr. Michael, how do you know him? And Malloy's like, well, he's my only friend, and I work for him, and he gives me a place to stay. And so the insurance guy's like, all right, well, who do you want this to go to? Who do you want to be the beneficiary? And he's like, well, this guy, Pasquale, I want this guy to be the beneficiary. And the guy's like, are you sure?
Like, why?
That guy's gonna fucking kill you, dude. I want you to know that.
But this time Malloy's already checked out. He's like, I just want to go back to the bar.
Like, this is taking too long. I can be drunk by now.
Right, yeah. So they send it off to get finalized. And I guess the insurance guy, he wrote on the back, like saying basically suspicious. And of course, it came back and they didn't get it. So they're like,
denied.
It was denied.
Okay.
So they're like, fuck. Now what do we do? So he goes to the boys, and they're talking, and another regular comes in, and they're talking English this time. So he says, hey, we didn't get the insurance policy. And this guy, another Joe, don't know his last name, he comes up, he's like, hey, I know someone in insurance, I can help out, thinking he's a good guy. He's like, I help these guys with some insurance. He doesn't know the real story. And because, they talk about he got rejected. So he's like, hey, go to this guy. I know this guy. So Joe sends them to the next insurance company. They get rejected too. They use the same story.
So it didn't even work.
So now they're bringing the bartender, Murphy.
Sorry, we're sharing memes. Continue.
In this because Pasquale's like, I'm already doing this with me and him multiple times. We're gonna look suspicious if I keep going with him. And so they're like, oh fuck, okay. So then they go to another insurance company. I don't know where all these insurance companies are popping up, but they go to a couple of them. And so they're like, guys, we just have to change Michael's name because we've already put his name through the system twice. So let's just change his name.
Easy.
Now we're getting to the real villain of the story. The insurance companies.
And so they're not
denying everybody.
They're not being quiet about this because they're still in the speakeasy. And another guy named Anthony Bastone, aka Tough Guy, comes up and he's like, that was his nickname.
Yeah,
Tough Guy.
he gave himself that nickname.
Everybody calls me Tough Guy. I'm very tough.
Guy.
He was kind of in the mob. He was working in the mob, and he would like bring the drinks to the bars. So he was I think he earned his name, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if it's almost like a derogatory thing. Oh, here comes Mr. Tough Guy.
Yeah.
I am a tough guy.
Thank you.
No, everybody calls me Tough Guy. I don't know.
But he basically walks up to him and he's like, just kill the guy. Like, what are you guys doing? Just kill him. But they
like, that's what he said.
They're like, no, we want money.
Yeah, they want money. And they were trying to get the policy to where if an accident happened, they get like a double payout.
Oh, okay.
They were trying to. It was. They were able to get a policy under him because one insurance guy had like blind faith in Pasquale. He like really liked him, and so he did illegal shit and just. What do you call it? He just kind of went through the bosses and just approved it. And Michael's new name was Nicholas Millery. So that happened. Yeah. I'm like, Millery, Malloy, you're going to maybe change it a little bit better. But his name's Nick now. So.
Yeah, they just went one letter up, down. It's not Mike anymore. It's Nick. What's the last name? Millery. Nick Millery. That's me.
So now their brilliant plan is we're just going to get him to drink himself to death, of course. I'm just going to give him an open tab. That's what Marino said. He's like, I'm going to say he's such a loyal customer and a great friend. Boom. You get free alcohol. Malloy, he didn't hesitate. He was like, oh, fuck yeah. Word for word, I'm sure. And he didn't even question it. He just started slamming. He just, everything, like the top shelf, you know. And since he didn't have to go...
Ah, good thing we got this insurance policy.
I'm going to drink myself to death. No, don't do it. You want another one?
So he was there all day and all night because he didn't have to go find money anywhere. He didn't have to go work. So he was just there all day, all night. Basically, nothing would happen. He'd get a little drunk, they said, but he'd come back the next morning like, all right, let's do it again. And
then one fateful day, they decided to play Fuck the Dealer. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
To be clear, they don't actually fuck the dealer.
They just kill him with alcohol
figuratively, they are fucking him with alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, like, 6 days go by of him doing this. Still nothing. They're just hoping, like, he goes to bed one night and just
Chokes
vomits on
his own
himself.
vomit, yeah.
And it's like, wow, guys, all right. But he just keeps coming back. It's like a cockroach. He just keeps coming back.
Hell
The
yeah.
tolerance is
Or an
like
Irishman.
insane.
This is the
Yeah.
Irish guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's kill the Irishman with alcohol poisoning. He's like,
He has resistance to alcohol, you idiot.
yeah, he gets like +4, +5.
Resistance.
Yeah,
He's damn near immune to the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's
he
fine.
gets like a +5 alcohol
We're
resistance.
losing more money than the insurance
Oh,
policy is worth.
that's
what I
basically
was
what's
thinking.
happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
they're
that-
losing so much fucking money.
Laddies, this is basically water to me.
I feel fine. Go ahead.
So nothing happens. So they're like, oh, fuck. Let's just start poisoning him. Poisoning him.
With things other than
in
alcohol.
him. Yeah, with the alcohol too. So they start with antifreeze.
Oh.
They mix that with his drinks.
That's actually very common because it's sweet. There's like a sweet version
Really?
of antifreeze.
That's what the
shit.
glycol is. Yeah.
Oh, and then
It's a
glycol.
And so
Glycol. Fucking
Dan
Dan Aykroyd.
yeah.
Not the glycol.
Yeah. Most other alcohols have glycol in it, not our alcohol. Crystal Head Skull Vodka.
Yeah,
Purest
Purest-
quartz.
Purest quartz diamond.
It's quadruple
Distilled.
Herkimer diamond
Herkimer diamonds.
filtered. It's quadruple filtered with Herkimer diamonds. Oh shit, sorry.
Wow.
Dude.
So-
Ruin the audio quality.
They use glycol. We don't use any glycol.
I know. I like that Larry King.
Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King interview
Oh, he's like,
where he's
"Ooh."
like,
Right, he's
most vodkas have glycol in them,
He's
which
like,
is an
"What?"
antifreeze, and he goes,
Glycol.
No, it's Larry King's got the shit to his lips, and he's like, most vodkas put glycol in their alcohol. We don't use any glycol in ours, and he's like,
which is an antifreeze.
yeah, and he's like, he's got it like up to his lips. He's like, what? and it's like right, like they cheers. They're doing a cheers, and then he goes on the rain. He's like, other vodkas use glycol. Glycol's an antifreeze. And we have no glycol in our vodka. He's like, what? He's like,
Just drink it. The best is he drinks it and he goes, Smooth.
And what's he say? He says something about fuck. I can't remember his quote. He like drinks it and he's like, oh, the.
Hopefully it's not porn that I pull up on here.
Oh, God.
Embarrassing. I make Brandon look for really weird stuff while we're in here. It's
Like
not of
sometimes, like
not of his own
Pornhub will
volition.
change its like terms of service, and then he's like, "Look, go to
I'm
Pornhub,
like,
dude."
I'm like, go look it up, dude. They're making me sign up for a Pornhub account. It's fucked up.
It's not me.
and then I go on there, and it's just like hardcore pornography, and I'm like, I don't know what you wanted me to do here. I forgot.
What are we
Do you have headphones
distracted?
on?
Nope. What are we looking
Maybe you
up?
should put headphones on.
What are we looking up? I don't want to.
Dan Aykroyd murders Larry King with his crystal skull vodka.
What the fuck?
I got way off track. Anyway, it makes it sweet, so it doesn't. They don't notice the difference in the taste of the drink. Like when they make mixed drinks.
How did this Liberace thing come about for you?
Hang on, I
Read
gotta-
Daily Variety. Executives at some of the major distributors, the major studios, that said no, it's too gay. Would I make the gay movie or would I make the Hitman Assassin movie?
I thought we were looking at the vodka part.
This is no antifreeze.
The JonTron part.
This is no antifreeze. A lot of lesser vodkas have antifreeze, and they put them in there for smoothness.
He says something about the ruination.
the beginning.
See the sweet corn taste?
Very nice.
And there's no, oh boy, start of the ruination.
Start of the ruination. That's what I was thinking of. Start of the ruination. Sorry.
This has no antifreeze in it. Sorry, but his does.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
his does. They slip it in his drink when he's not
Little did
looking.
they know, it already had antifreeze in it. Built up an immunity.
So yeah, nothing
Oh
happens.
shit.
So they do that for a full day, nothing happens. Next day.
That's back when antifreeze was just glycol.
Go ahead, swallow.
I almost made him do a
Swallow,
spit
swallow.
It sounds like the behind the scenes of a porn shoot.
Did you see that video where it was like when you lie on your resume to get the job and this chick swallows cum and she's like, I'm fine, and then she goes and projectile vomits and
"I'm
everyone
sorry."
on set is just like pointing and laughing at her.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm sorry. I've never done that before.
Okay, this is really important. Go on.
All right. So the next day, they're like, let's just give him rat poison and turpentine. You know, like paint thinner also.
Oh, I know all about turpentine. Thanks to
from
Blink
182. Still nothing. He's downing these drinks. Like, nothing is happening. Poor Marino is like, what the fuck? It's not working. So they decide, let's just give him wood alcohol. Just straight up wood alcohol. Well, first they mix it. They mix the wood alcohol first.
Yeah.
Until he's drunk and
Anybody
he
who
can't
knows
taste
anything
it.
about wood alcohol, that's what you don't want.
Anything who knows anything about wood alcohol, that's after you get a boner.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I was like, something boner.
That's when you take shots.
For real though, I don't know what wood alcohol is.
So whenever alcohol ferments inside of a wood barrel, they don't use like the first and last cut of it in the distilling process because it breaks down the wood and turns it into wood alcohol. It's very toxic.
Oh, okay.
It's why they theorize people who drank like absinthe would see things. So it has a lot of wormwood in it.
Okay.
So yeah, they straight up they start with regular whiskey,
I'm just lying.
and then
Are you really?
I don't know.
Was that really a lie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god! That's so convincing.
Dude, this is
It's like a half a truth and half a lie.
yeah, this is like politicians right now. They're just like
Is that convincing enough?
I'm like a I'm drunk.
they're eating the cats. The only thing I'm
eating the dogs.
no, my favorite part is they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating Fuck. They're eating the pets. Like,
So literally, wood alcohol is to.
Well, he's got my vote.
It was to make antifreeze and like paint thinner. So it's kind of like mixed in
Oh, it's
with
already
different things.
kinda
So,
like-
but now they're just giving him straight up wood
okay.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
No, but the real thing is wood alcohol is what breaks down in the.
I can't even believe you
Distillation.
anymore. I just,
wood alcohol was the original Viagra. They're gonna kill him with an erect penis. See if all the
They're
blood
gonna fuck him to death.
if all the blood goes to the dick, there's none left for the brain or the heart.
Oh, methanol. Yeah, I knew that. Methanol is an organic chemical compound and the simplest aliphatic alcohol with the chemical formula CH3OH. It's a light, volatile, colorless, and flammable liquid with a distinctive alcohol odor similar to that of ethanol, but is more acutely toxic than the latter. Methanol acquired the name wood alcohol because it was once produced chiefly by the destructive distillation of wood. That's what I said. Today, methanol is mainly produced industrially by hydrogenation of carbon monoxide. So it's like
Hell
liquid
yeah,
carbon
brother.
monoxide poisoning.
Rest
And here's a
in
fun
peace.
side note. 10 milliliters would blind you. And he's fucking downing.
Which is why they say don't drink like alcohol from developing countries because they have a lot of methanol in their alcohol.
2 to 8 ounces would kill you. My boy is drinking. Like, this goes on for days. And still nothing. About probably the second weekend, he does finally pass out. Like, he gets up and he just falls. And they're like, holy shit.
about
We did it!
freaking time.
Finally.
We fucking did it!
But then they hear something. He's
Snoring?
making a noise. He's snoring. He fell asleep. Motherfucker fell asleep. So Pasquale's next brilliant plan is to fuck with his stomach. Because why not? I don't know if they're like sadists or something. They just want to like fuck with him.
I think they're just morons.
They are.
Yeah.
At this point, I would've been like,
the wood
let him
alcohol
trip
didn't
and
work,
hit his
boss.
head.
What do we do next?
That's basically
You
what it was.
moron. We're gonna fuck with the stomach, see?
So then they're doing. So now they're raw oysters soaked in wood alcohol. So they're like, that should do it.
It's literally they're just not like thinking through the plan. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't matter. Let's just kill him. And then they're like, I don't know how to kill somebody.
You know how when I ate those bad oysters, I got the upset stomach, yeah? Why don't we mix that with the wood alcohol?
It's genius. Let's do it.
That's what they're thinking, and no one's questioning Pasquale. They're like, fuck it.
He's the
Try
smartest
everything.
idiot
He's
of the bunch.
basically
Yeah.
And but tough guy is still around. He's getting antsy. He's like, just fucking kill the guy.
Yeah,
and
for the love of
they're
God,
like,
stop
I mean,
torturing
no,
him
we
and just
need-
fucking kill
Definitely
him.
could have
Trying to
done
get
some
my
kind
nickname to be Kills a Guy, not Tough Guy.
They kept definitely when he was like passed out snoring, they could have like at that point hit him in the head or something. He hit his head, blah blah blah. I mean, obviously
They could
they
have.
might be able to figure it out.
I think
like,
they're trying to make it look like an accident because they're in the bar, so I'm assuming there's other.
No,
There's
but
other
that's what I'm
people in
saying.
the
He could
bar.
have- He fell over. He
Right,
could
but
have
there's
hit his
other
head
patrons
off the
watching
bar.
them.
So they hear
Yeah,
him
but are the other
snoring, so
patrons
they
you're just gonna let him
Yeah.
vomit himself
Like
to
no,
death?
just hit him in the back of the head with a golf club. He loves it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He's on his back and he vomited. We should roll over. No. He likes that.
That's his favorite. I'll touch him.
You stupid idiot! He's supposed to do that for the insurance. I mean, so he'll sleep better. Boss, should we tell the people the bar is closed? Sorry, go on.
to their surprise, it didn't work because he has like an indestructible stomach or some shit. I don't know.
He was Irish.
I know, but it's nuts.
The man is built different.
They
It's
live
just
off
weird
of
that they
live
thought
off
that
of potatoes
eating
and whiskey.
something or drinking something would have made a difference.
I know. So yeah,
Some
nothing
people
literally-
happens.
potato whiskey.
Yeah, he lives off of potatoes and whiskey. They pretty much live off of dirt and things made from the dirt.
But here's their next plan.
Let's fuck with his stomach, boss.
I was gonna say something offensive, but I decided against it.
Oh, you should.
He's Irish Haitian
You should keep that in.
because they eat dirt cookies. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
They do?
They mix them with fat.
I thought they only ate cats.
That too. They're very into voodoo. I didn't know that. A lot of animal sacrifice in voodoo.
These Haitian.
It's actually part of their religion, so it's actually their First Amendment right to kill animals.
These
I just think
Haitian-
that they shouldn't kill animals. Don't belong to them.
These Haitian immigrants, they're going up to the pond and they're taking the ducks and they're cutting their heads off. And what they don't want you to know is those ducks are free. Those ducks at the park.
You can just take them home.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know. You can just take them. You can have them.
Yeah.
If everybody knew that, everybody would have a duck. Have you ever seen a duck? They're adorable. I want a duck. I have a duck. I stole a duck from the park.
I've stole 47 ducks from the park.
Nobody stopped me. They're free. You can take them.
So what happened next?
And then what happened?
Their next plan was Murphy's plan.
What did you do?
This is gonna have a Murphy's
Did you
Law
tombstone
effect.
pile driver?
It's Murphy's plan. And it's everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Murphy's Law.
Oh, but
Murphy's
this
plan.
is the best plan. They're gonna use sardine sandwiches now.
Oh, mercury poisoning.
Yeah, that's what they're trying.
Yeah.
They thought they're like, let's give him a rotten one. That'll do it. Let's give him a rotten sardine
Give him
sandwich.
a magpie.
Did nothing, so they're like, let's get another rotten one and put poison with it and broken glass. Surely that'll kill him. He ate it.
He said, "It's a little crunchy this time."
He said, so good, and walked out. No big deal. So
This is like a Three Stooges bit.
I'm telling you, these guys are
Incompetent.
fucking idiots. So then the next night they let him drink till he does pass out again, but they're fucking idiots. This is what they do when he passes out. They're like, we'll just drag him to the park. It's late. It's nighttime. Let's take him to the park. It's cold. It's still cold. It's like still late.
He said, "I've done this before. It's the old pneumonia trick."
Marino's like, I got experience with this. Don't worry.
T-Rex don't know about that.
So they take him to the park and they dump 5 gallons of cold water on him, and they leave him. And they're
Oddly
thinking
specific
like,
number.
fuck yeah, this is it. This is the end of him. Next morning, they arrive to the speakeasy. Guess who's laying on the floor asleep?
That guy, Nick Millery.
Nicholas Millery. Yeah, he wakes up and he's like, guys, I was in the park. I fell asleep in the park. And I was so cold, so I just came back here.
Oh.
Ta-da. Next plan.
It was making too much noise, I felt like.
Next plan.
Do it.
Let's try a car accident.
Okay.
So
Drunk
now,
At least they're like thinking of different things besides the same.
this is like
thing
plan
over and
5 or
over and
6
over and
though.
over
Like,
again.
It's literally like a Three Stooges thing. He's like,
Here's the plan.
"We're gonna fucking shoot him."
Yeah, but they tried poisoning him like
All right.
5,000 times first, and then
The
it's
man
like the man
has an iron stomach.
Nick.
you can't do it.
Wait, I don't know why.
I bet you can't
I don't know why
shoot
I don't
yourself
know
in
why
the
I'm Fred
face with this revolver.
I don't know why I'm Fred Flintstone all of a sudden. Nick, we're gonna need you to give us a lift across town. We're too drunk. And he's like,
I don't know, Fred.
I'm drunk too.
Yeah,
but you're less drunk than the rest of us.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like the old. Well, you speak the best Italian. I don't speak Italian. Exactly.
Okay, I'm ready to go. You guys gonna get in? No, you drive and we'll meet you there.
Makes sense to me, Fred.
I'll see you later. Yeah, and he's like, runs with his toes.
That's when he's bowling.
Yeah, but they also
Yeah, they
drive
do,
with their feet.
They do the Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's the Scooby like
yeah. You got it. Sorry, continue. I'm sorry. We're being
you're
so
good.
disruptive.
No,
today.
it's good. It's fine.
They call me they call me Nick Twinkle Toes, whatever my last name is. Millery.
Catch up, dude.
They keep changing my name.
I don't know. They just call me that guy that you're trying to kill. I don't know what that means.
Hey, Boo Boo, I've got the same voice as another cartoon character. Sorry, go on.
It's now January 30th of 1933, and they have another guy helping them. And their plan is to split all this money amongst everyone. And right now it's $3,500. Well, that's what they're trying to get. It would have been half if it wasn't by accident, but they're trying to accident. He's a taxi driver. And they're like, hey, we'll give you $150 if you just run him over. No big deal. And he's like,
I won't drink your
fuck
piss,
yeah.
Brandon.
I don't know how much 150
Yeah,
is back then.
tolerance.
I'm sure it was a lot.
Looks like you peed in it. Sorry.
How much did they pay him? Was he Irish?
What?
The taxi driver.
No.
Just some
No, it's just a
150.
some fucking
$150.
Muliano.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll give you $150 to run him over.
And he's like, sure, okay.
What year was it?
1933.
1933 conversion rate of $150.
So
We're
while you're
finding
looking
this out
that
right
up.
now.
All right. So they're getting Malloy trashed, and they cram 7 guys into this fucking taxi. So it's like a clown car. They go, they drive out to somewhere like secluded. And they take 2 of the goons, take Michael in the middle of the road. They're holding him up because he's fucking trashed. They're holding him up. And Green starts driving. And so they're holding him up, and then they dash out of the way while poor fucking Michael is just standing there. Green missed twice.
Oh my god.
In 1933, $150 would be equivalent to approximately $3,617.86 in 2024.
So yeah, so he was
yeah.
like, "Fuck yeah, I'll run someone over for that money."
I
How
would
much was it?
today.
How much
It was
I missed it.
150 to
how much did it
3,000.
cost
Oh,
in
yeah.
1933 to embalm and bury someone?
So after he misses twice, the third time they do hit him, and they just roll him into a gutter, and they're like, "Let's just go. We're done. Finally, we're done, right?" The next morning, they're waiting for news to spread. You know, maybe some like, "Oh, bodies found," right? And nothing happens. They go to the spot where they left Michael, and he's gone.
I thought you were gonna say they went to the bar and he was passed out.
I know, I wish. And he was right there. But no, he's vanished. So they can't find him.
Total burial cost would be $50 to $200.
Damn, dude, I was guessing like this was back when it only cost $20 to.
Well, that's the
To be fair,
embalming
though,
fee.
that kind of makes sense.
So the
too.
grave plot
Yeah,
would
back
like,
then it's a lot
the
still.
if someone's getting paid $1 a day, which
That's
I don't know.
half your year's earnings.
Yeah.
So a grave plot is anywhere from $10 to $50. The casket would be somewhere between $20 and $100. The funeral director's services would be $20 to $50, leading to a total burial cost of about $50 to $200. So you could get it on the cheap end for about $50.
So I'm gonna do the politician thing and go, oh wow, I was mostly right. Wow.
mostly
I mean,
accurate.
$50 to $20.
Snopes raised
That's
that
not
fact
really that much
mostly
of a
accurate.
difference.
I said, well,
but
that's what it costs $20 to embalm and bury someone.
So what's the insurance payout on his
They're trying to get $3,500.
$3,500. So
Yeah.
let's see. So
We're doing
So it's like-
conversion rates now.
Yeah, that's fine.
it's
That's
very
fine.
interesting. My autism has been peaked
My dungeon masterism has been peaked.
to. I know Baldur's Gate 3 is so good.
It is.
That's
I
amazing.
have to restart my evil playthrough again. So
That's what
I'm
I
fine.
heard. Is it easier with the evil playthrough? 'Cause you don't-
I mean, you're killing everyone, so
and then you
I mean,
can kind of do like you don't have to do everything.
no.
I want the
Because like
playthrough
the
where I
adamantine
kiss
forge
everybody.
seems optional.
I usually skip it out. You don't have to do the forge. You can if you want to,
Yeah,
but
it
I
seems
kind of
like it's
just
an
skip
optional
it.
area.
It is.
How do you get to
Unless
the
you-
fucking ancient temple?
What ancient temple?
Because there's an ancient shard temple that's down
Well,
there.
it's Act 2.
Oh, I thought it was saying like in Act 1 there's a different way to get to the ancient shard
Maybe, well,
temple.
maybe there is.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Because I
That's where
went
I'm
to,
stuck
you know
at.
where Near is?
Mhm.
I went past that door and it said ancient temple. So I'm like, but it's a
the
bridge.
bridge is broken.
Yeah, so I'm like,
and then it says maybe there's a different way. If you check your journal, it's like maybe there's a different way I can get there.
there's
So
Act
that's
2. You get there.
Damn it.
It's called Act
Okay,
2.
well, so I've been dicking around for like 2 hours trying to get to fucking this ancient temple. I'm sorry. So,
See, aren't you glad you came over and did the podcast now? So we could get through the
$3,500
next part?
to 2024 would be $72,000.
Yeah, so they're
Okay,
trying.
yeah.
They're trying to get this money. So 2 days go by and Michael is still. They don't know where he is and they're panicking. They're like, okay, well we still have his fake ID. Let's just find someone that looks like Michael. and kill him.
Holy shit. The amount of fucking work. It's like, guess get a job. Just get a real fucking job. Like, or just fucking kill the guy. I don't know. Like, drop a piano on him. Like, this is the 1930s. People are moving pianos all the time. I
No,
hear.
push him down some stairs.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Show him a new revolver and just have it loaded and just be like, hey, check out this gun, and let him look at it while he's drunk and point it at his face. And anyways,
Actually, that's what happened on Tiger King. I heard about that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I thought that guy wanted to kill him. Oh, no, that's right. He thought it was clear, and he was like, no, it's got a safety mechanism on it, and he put it to his head and pulled the trigger,
jeez.
and then he fucking killed himself. And they have it on video because they have security cameras in the office. So it's just like, awesome, dude. But that guy was depressed anyway, so there's theories that maybe he just
Did
wanted
it
to
on
die.
purpose?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, sorry.
Very fun
good.
stuff.
I've never seen that show. He tried
I
to get me
never
to watch
saw
it
it.
forever.
Would anybody care for some whiskey?
No,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. My friend told me about that part. I was like, wow.
Mix it with your
Anyway.
Modelo.
It's gone.
All right, so it's February 6th, and they do find a guy. Okay, sorry. They do find a guy. It's February 6th. His name is Joseph Patrick Murray. So we got another Joe going. That's like 5 or 6 Joes
And
by
another
now.
M name.
Another
Yeah, very
Murray.
clear-
Not
very
Murphy.
close to-
Murray.
Yeah.
He was Irish as well. He
You
was
don't
from,
say.
Yeah, he was from Ireland as well. Did you look at that?
They're like, let's poison
Just to really
him.
fucking confuse things more.
I think they were racist. They're like, fuck the Irish.
Yeah, right?
And the Irish were like, yeah, fuck us.
He was looking for work too, but he just walks into the speakeasy and they see him and they're like, oh, ding, ding, ding. Oh
There's
my
our guy.
God, we got the guy. So they go over to him. They're like, hey, what's up? You're new to town? Let's celebrate. So they get him fucking hammered. I did say they had Michael's ID, his Nick ID, because they had that. They printed out the ID and everything. I don't know. So they placed that in his pocket. So now this guy, his name's going to be Nicholas.
Yeah, so this is the substitute.
Yeah, this is a substitute.
They reverse pickpocketed him.
So they go cram into the taxi again because they're going to run him over.
Hey, it worked last time. We didn't buy the fucking body.
They're dumbasses. They didn't wait till it was dark to try this the first time. So they go to their secluded area again. But there is like a house like down the road a little bit. And they're all standing in the middle of the road. They're about to run him over. And the guy comes out. And they're like, oh, fuck, hold on. Shove him back in the car. But the guy did get their license plate for that taxi. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Don't be suspicious.
So they do wait till nighttime and they do run him over. Like fucking hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they take 3 times to run him over
No.
too?
No, it's just once. This time was just once.
They're like,
They-
I know how to do this now.
Let's see.
I like
Did
how
they pay the
I
taxi
like,
driver another $150, or this is still working
I think it's
off
just the one.
Wow.
Still the 150.
I like the
I mean,
That was a
idea.
champ.
To be fair,
It's a lot of money.
He didn't
Kill the first guy.
do the deed.
Yeah, he didn't kill the first
I
guy.
like
So
the
is this guy
idea
dead?
of let's run him over in a secluded area where there wouldn't be many cars.
Well, there's a house right there. No, don't worry about that. People don't look at their windows.
It's just funny because I'm sure forensics sucked back then, but they could clearly see he was run over right here.
Well, you know what's interesting about this whole story is I'm learning a lot about what existed when, because this is like right around World War II, so it's interesting that all this shit is still going on. It's like it's World War II. We got bigger issues to focus on, and people are like, no, hang on, let's kill this guy for insurance money. You know what I mean? And there's insurance, there's tax. Like, I know I probably sound retarded right now, but like, I'm surprised that insurance has been around that long.
No, see, this is why you listen to true crime. You learn about
I'm
back
learning.
then.
I'm learning.
There's still shit happening.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. It's not that much different, except we do it with smartphones, and now people like
Record their
they
glitch,
look up like
chase
how to
glitch,
hide a dead body.
fraud.
Here, let me take my phone with me
oh,
while I
I-
drive across state lines to go
yeah.
hide this body.
Fun thing, your phone pings even when it's
Yeah.
off,
Yeah, they
and they
did
can
they catch somebody like that just recently, like a super wealthy guy.
they can track burner phones. So
Yeah.
burner phones can be
Bitch, use a burner.
tracked if they use them too many times.
I think the
Basically,
whole point of a burner was you don't keep it on you.
Well, these people would have multiple burner phones, and they think because nobody's name's attached to them, they can keep using them. But the idea of a burner phone is you use it once, and then you like break it or throw it away. Yeah, these people are buying like 4 burner phones, and they're keeping them. So eventually,
like, I paid $20 for this. I'm not fucking throwing it away, dude.
Well, yeah, eventually you can triangulate that. If they use it enough, you
can place them at the scene of the crime.
Well, it pings the cell phone towers. Yeah. It triangulates their location, and they're well, this is where the person who called that person and harassed them for killing their sister, here's a triangulation. They live somewhere within this triangle. Like, you can pinpoint that.
So, you guys are familiar with the movie Snatch and Fight Club?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, both those movies have, like, basically true information in them as far as, like, making dynamite and stuff like that. But then they have to, like, change it because the FBI and, like, the government basically gets involved. It's like, hey,
don't give away our secrets.
You can't tell people how to make dynamite for real. And so they'll, like, change, like, one ingredient or something like that. But it is fascinating how easy it is to, like... By the way, the Fight Club novel does tell you how to make dynamite. Fascinating. And napalm. Just fun information that's out there. But then, like, Snatch will tell you how, like, a pig can eat 20 pounds of meat in 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. The only thing they can't digest is hair and teeth or bones. And you go, oh, interesting.
And
it takes about 10 to 12 pigs to eat a 200-pound man in about 2 hours.
Fuck.
That's the way that guy talks.
Scrawny clown snatch.
I think that's almost like known information now, though.
How did you know my nickname from high school?
I watched this documentary on Pagliacci. He was a scrawny clown. We just watched that Game Grumps bit this morning.
What was that joke? Did I send you that? A doctor. I can't stop thinking about. Damn it! What is it? Something like women's breasts or something. He's like, oh, there's a great gay town, and there's a great. Oh my god! There's a great gay clown in town. His name is Pagliacci. And he goes, but doctor, I am Pagliacci. I don't know, something like that, something stupid.
I like the one where he's like, doctor, I'm depressed, and he goes, you should go see this clown. He's great. And he's like, what about Pagliacci? He's a dog shit clown, like a terrible clown.
I cannot think of a worse clown.
Dog shit clown Pagliacci is, and then it's like the guy's Pagliacci, but like that's the punchline.
Yeah, you have to know the original joke.
The original joke, their joke's like, doctor, I'm depressed, and he's like, go see Pagliacci. He's in town. No one can be depressed when he sees him. He goes, but doctor, I am Pagliacci.
Yeah.
Ha, good joke.
Right. And so then the follow-up to that would be, doctor, I'm so depressed. There's nothing I can do. And the doctor goes, oh, you should go see Bozo the Clown.
He's awesome.
He's great. He's like, well, what about Pagliacci? And he's like, oh, man, Pagliacci, that dude sucks. I cannot imagine a more dog shit clown than Pagliacci.
It's good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
we should probably get back to this.
I'm almost done. Like, we're getting there.
Good, because that's what I told the girls, and I'm like, I'm lying. I'm blatantly lying to a child, right? Go on.
Okay, so they run over Joe.
Right. New guy.
Yeah, new guy. And they leave him in the ditch. He does survive, luckily. He had to spend 2 months in the hospital, though. But that's the end of him. 3 weeks go by. And they give up on the Joe guy. And they're like, okay, we need a new plan. Because they couldn't find Joe either. And Joe still had the ID on him. So they
can't even use.
So they think Joe is Nick now. So Pasquale's, he's just like, fuck it. We're just gonna fucking just kill a guy. So he contacts a doctor he usually uses with his undertaker business. He's like, hey, can you sign off on this certificate? I'll show you. If you come to the site, we show you a body. Can you just sign the certificate? I'll give you some money.
Very casual. Yeah. Very demure.
And the doctor's like, all right. Sure. That guy's name's Frank.
Fuck Frank.
So yeah.
Maybe. Hang on. Let's see what happens.
So after that, 5 days later, guess who walks into the speakeasy?
Original Mexican
Nick
guy.
Miller.
Original Irish guy.
The original Mexican.
That's what they called him.
Yeah.
The Irish.
Yeah,
The original Mexicans.
The man. Yeah, Michael walks in and he's telling everyone. He's like, guys, I got hit by a car and I was at another hospital. They took a policeman, found him.
It was him though. He was he that wasted?
He was gone. He was wasted. Like
Remember, they gave him rat poison and sardines.
But
this man is like unstoppable.
I know. Yeah.
Apparently, he still is.
But yeah, so a police officer did find him, and they took him to the hospital on the other side of town. And the police officer said he had some broken bones on him, and he was covered in blood. And Michael was able to tell the officer that his name was Michael Malloy. So, but he didn't remember anything.
Oopsies.
Before that. He didn't remember his friends are trying to fucking kill him. So he's like, all right, let's start drinking. I'm here, guys.
I
I'm
got
all
an open
better. Like,
Thank God for you guys giving me unlimited alcohol and being such good friends to me.
Ain't that great?
But maybe don't let me leave the bar, because last time I got hit by a fucking car.
I'll just sleep here on the couch next to Pasquale.
Mm-hmm.
Or Murphy. Sorry.
Murphy. It's Murphy. So it's now February 22nd, 23rd, and he's in the speakeasy. Murphy had the task of renting out a secret room, like in a hotel or an apartment complex, basically. That's what they're calling the kill room. That's what they called it.
Ooh.
The kill room. Their final plan.
What happens there?
I know. And this is 1933, so this is the last year of poor Mr. Michael. Their final plan was just to gas him to death. And they said the doctor was going to come in and just be like, yeah, pneumonia. He died of pneumonia. Because they were trying to find someone else for Pasquale to find, but then Michael walked in. And so they gave Pasquale like, fuck, I don't even find anyone. He's right here. So they challenge poor Malloy to a drink-off, and they make him drink 2 quarts. Well, they don't make him. They're challenging him. He drinks 2 quarts of wood alcohol before passing out. They said at this point, he started frothing at the mouth this time. So they drag him to the kill room. Well, they don't drag. They kind of walk him because the apartment lady, she kind of comes out, and she's like, what are you guys doing? And it's Murphy and Daniel. They're dragging him to the kill room. They're going to finally kill him. The other guys are just like, good luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good luck. We did everything else. Don't worry. Good luck. And so the landlady's like, hey, what's up? What's going on here? And Murphy's like, oh, it's my brother. He drank too much, so we're just going to go to sleep. I'm going to take him to his room. We're going to go to sleep. He just needs some rest. And lady's like, okay, whatever.
Fair.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So they brought him to the room. They had a rubber hose hooked up to the end of a gas line and the other to Malloy's mouth. So they wrapped a towel around his head, blocking all his airways. And at one point, Kreisberg, he turned it off. Like, he was having second thoughts finally. He's like, I don't think I can do this. That's why he's a fucking idiot. But Murphy, he said, it's too late for that. Like, because tough guy, he was part of the mafia. So, like, if he doesn't get that money, he's going back to his bosses. Is like, hey, we got to fuck up these guys. Yeah. So Murphy's like, it's either us or him, guy.
Yeah.
So they
ain't gonna be me.
Yep. So they turn it on, and he does die, sadly. So then Pasquale calls the doctor, and they have the landlady like, hey, my brother's sick. Can you call the police? Can you call for help? Because I'm like, okay. They do show up, and they pronounce him dead. And the doctor's like, yep, death certificate signed, pneumonia. It happens all too quickly, because then they just bury him. They don't go to the insurance first. They just bury him. Oh. And then...
So they're about to be like, actually?
Yeah. So, like, Pasquale is the Undertaker. So they're like, okay, well, he knows what he's doing. So he does go to the insurance company. He's like, hey, this guy died. Here you go. There's my paperwork. And the worker's like, okay, we gotta see the body. And he's like, well, it's already buried. We already buried the body. And immediately, red flags.
Yeah.
They call the police and they start an investigation. And so, long story short, I'm just going to skim over this because the last part. Long story short, they all got caught. They started turning on each other. Murphy cracked first. Sorry, babe. Your nickname is a pussy. Gave up.
I figured it'd be Daniel.
No, it was Murphy. He gave up all the information. Oh, he did. Daniel does do second. He cracked second. He was like, they made me do it. Like, I have kids. I didn't want to do this. They made me do it. Marina.
I mean, he's not.
Great excuse.
He did do it, but he did try to stop, like you said.
Yeah, but he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Marino.
after he tried to hit him with a car and do all
everything.
the other stuff.
Marino did stay silent, but not for long because his buddies told them. Like, he's like, hey, your buddies told us everything, so you might as well just shut up and go to prison. Fun side note, he did get hit with the murder for Maybell.
Oh, you good. Yeah.
Finally, at that point.
Yay.
And then Pasqua, lo and behold, he was silent. He tried to stay silent. He wouldn't give him anything, but he did fuck up because the cops knew that it was Michael Malloy. They're not supposed to know it's Michael Malloy. They said it's Nick Millery, sorry. Because that's the name they gave to the insurance policy, was Nick Millery. And so basically they were like, they were questioning him and he fucked up and he said Michael instead of Nick. So they caught him.
Yeah.
And because the policeman was like, wait, what do you mean Michael? He's like, yeah, my buddy Michael. And they're like, don't you mean Nick? He's like, oh yeah, we used to call him Michael. Just it's a nickname.
Nick, Mike, fuck, who can keep track? All these lies.
Nick, Mike, we used to call him Nike till that, they came in with the cease and desists.
Yeah. They are litigious.
Even the doctor did get arrested, but he got convicted of a misdemeanor for failing to report to the police for the suspicious death. So he was, all right, slap on the wrist.
Scumbag doctor, yeah.
Slap on the wrist. And then the taxi driver, Green, went to prison. He just, because he fucking for hitting two people.
Yeah. Assault with a deadly weapon.
Hopefully he never drove a taxi again.
What happened to the guy who had the fake ID?
Oh yeah, the other guy.
They connected it to him, and that when they were spilling all the secrets or like all the information, that's when they were like, oh, that guy had the Nick ID, and they connected it.
So he lived.
Yeah, he did live. Yeah, he was in the hospital for 2 month.
Weird.
Is your name Nick Millery? Fuck no, my name's fucking.
His name was Joe
Murray.
I'll help you.
Why the fuck would I be called Nick Millery? That's a fucking gay name.
Fucking dog shit name that is.
Just absolutely the worst name I could think of.
The fucking name I've ever heard.
And then finally on June 7th, 1934, Kreisberg, Marino, Pasqua, and Murphy were sentenced to the electric chair.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that is the story of Mr. Michael Malloy. And
Man,
the dumb fucks who wanted basically pocket change because they were going to divide it against so many people. And that tough guy, he got away. He was able to go away and hide. Mr. Anthony Bastone, tough guy.
Yeah, he definitely gave himself that nickname. They call me tough guy. Because
he did get implicated.
I'm a fucking tough guy.
No, he got away. They told him about him, but he was able to.
Well, maybe his mob ties helped him get away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got away.
The cops were like, no, he's good.
We're
He's
just
good.
gonna-
That guy's not, he wasn't there. Don't put him in the report. Do not put him in the fucking report. No, they will kill my family. Do not put him in the report.
Yeah. So that's the story I've been wanting to tell, and
Wow, man. So what I want to say is like, oh, that was a cute story. But like,
Yeah.
it wasn't. But in hindsight,
But did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that's classic comedy, dude. That is like, comedy and tragedy.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
It's
I told you. I said you would like it because it's funny but not funny. It's sad, but
It's funny how stupid they were.
Yeah, exactly.
And how not good at killing someone they were.
Yeah.
I think that might have been, inspiration for the Three Stooges right there.
Probably.
For real.
I think their murder name was like the Trust Fund. Or no, it was the Murder Trust. That was their group name in the paper.
Should have called them the
Murder
Stupid
Trust.
Fucking Insurance Boys.
Nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, see, I told. Did you like it? Did you like it? You like
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was a good excuse to hang out.
I had fun.
It was fun.
That's what matters, right?
I got to riff and feel like I'm in Mystery Science Theater 3000. I like doing that stuff. Mm-hmm. The most important thing is, did you guys have fun being guests on our award-winning podcast?
Of course.
Yeah.
The mostest.
Now, normally we end these things with like a bit or a gag or, like some kind of like editing fun.
Your mama.
Or we're so drunk the batteries die.
Yeah. So, like, you guys got any ideas? Like, do you want like your future selves to like burst in and like have a conversation with you, or like?
Are you gonna cut all this part out if we figure something?
I can.
I was like, none of that.
I could actually.
Or as we're discussing how the bit ends,
We could just like
how does the podcast end, and then we hard cut the bit into it.
us eating like sardine sandwiches. Or...
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we just have it delivered, and then we make sardine sandwiches.
Or whatever, like whatever you guys.
It doesn't have to be. I can make you my famous hot sauce
The
sandwiches.
aliens could invade. A meteor could hit.
Spoilers, it's just bread and hot sauce.
It's just bread and hot sauce.
Or I could come in and be like, "Hey, babe, here's your sardine sandwich that you want. Don't look too closely at it. Just eat it."
Yeah, just eat it. Don't worry
do
about
that.
the crunchy bits. That's just the bones.
I'm so glad you
glass.
guys took out insurance on me, because I feel so safe now. No matter what happens, you guys are taken care of.
Exactly.
Why are these sardines crunchy?
I love you.
These sardines taste like shit. I think they're rotten. But I'm going to eat it anyways, because that's what a man does.
Where are those good old-fashioned values?
On which we used to rely.
Lucky there's a family child. Lucky there's a man who...
Can I say a story real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what this is about.
It's a short, funny story. It's about me and Zach. It's happened a couple times. So we'll have a conversation in the morning about something.
Okay.
Like, what's the last time it happened? Oh, it was like clogging the sink. There's like our daughter, she put fake nails in the sink, or the little plastic pieces that rip off the nails. She put it in the sink, and it clogged the sink. And he was bitching about it one morning. I'm like, yeah, it's probably your beard hair getting stuck in the sink. And he's like, it's not. And so then we go on our day. We couldn't get to work, and I'm just having a conversation about something else. And he's basically like, it was my beard hair in that sink.
Still mad about it. He's just been like literally
Fucking beard hair, dude.
just like thinking about it all
My beard hair
fucking
rules.
day.
It doesn't clog up
Like-
sink.
I'm just going to be fair. I just sat back down to defend myself. No, I cleaned the sink. I unclogged the sink. And I was like, yeah, funny thing about when I unclogged the sink, it wasn't my beard hairs. It was really long fucking hairs. It's just, she's
Dude, your beard hair's clogged the sink. It's not a big deal.
she gets so mad when I do any kind of shaving, like trimming. She's like, clean the fucking sink. You're going to clog the
you
sink.
gotta do like Brandon. He's a pro.
Well, so
He goes outside.
when I actually fucking unclog the sink, it's just all her long ass hairs, and none of my short hairs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
None of your pube hairs.
yeah, and she talking. We just pulled up to work, and she was talking some kind of shit. I don't remember what it was.
Talking about something else. We were like completely different subject.
Yeah, but it was a little thing. But you were
But
talking shit. So my rebuttal was like, oh yeah, okay. Well, just for the record, the fucking
not my
hair that was clogging the sink was your fucking hair. It was all long.
It's not that funny, but it's just the fact, like, it's another thing. This bitch.
Fucking thing. Actually, my fucking beard hair rules, dude. And your long hair sucks. So just think about that.
That's all I wanted to say.
Look, I'm just saying, she gets so
my God,
mad.
here we
She
go.
gets so mad about it. She gets so mad about the beard hair. But it's not. It wasn't my beard hair. So,
It wasn't me.
So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed another exciting episode of I Assure You Were Broken, the podcast. And go fuck yourself.
Your mama.
And your papa.
like, comment, and subscribe, boss.
Bye.
I want to run through a field of burning bodies. I want to scream. I want to bathe in the blood of my enemy. So if you think that you're better than me, why don't you just try it and see? I've got nothing to wait for. I've got nothing but hate for you. So why don't you just try it and see?